Hi everyone. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? We go live about 12 minutes. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, let's go. Hello, everybody. Oh, Tuesday. Are we all right? I'm in a good mood now. So what we're going to do is, hi Marie. We're going to go through how to play if it's your first time. I know Emily's playing it's her first time. So these are the rules, if you like. Hopefully you've got the online entry form, which is scattered all about. But we'll just post that again in the chat, because that is where you write. No, David, I've just literally got water and gone. That's literally it. It's so we can keep the quizzes running, because every quiz, ridiculously, because of all the multimedia bits, takes 10 to 12 hours to do. So I can have the time to do that. We ask for a small donation for playing. And please leave your team name next to that. So we start dead easy and we get harder as we go through the quiz. You should get half marks without too much trouble. And if you do lose us, Leah's just said she's lost us. We pop off, we come back, within a minute or so. So we might freeze for a sec, but we come back on, don't worry. Can't miss any questions because we have repetitions. So here we go with your first one. Question 13. According to the well-known saying, which animal is unable to change its spots? So you're writing that on your entry form. Oh, I don't like haggis. Was a funny face, wasn't it? So according to the well-known saying, which animal is unable to change its spots? On Friday, it is... No, Emily, it's not a Dalmatian. I think she's going to cause us problems. Friday, Harry Potter quiz. That'll be good. Question 14, when I find the right button. What's the alternative name for maize? So we do start nice and easy. What's the alternative name for maize? Paul's just sent me a couple of pictures, actually. They look good, Paul. I'll have a proper look later. When he went to London. Because we asked him to, didn't we? Oh, awesome, Emily. So what's the alternative name for maize? That's 14. Number 15, just the missing word. So finish the well-known quote from Shakespeare. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your... Can we put it on the page later, Paul, and show people? People like to be nosy. So friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your... What's the missing word? Question 16. What, according to the common saying, is bliss? So something is bliss. What, according to the common saying, is bliss? Ed, stop showing off. That's terrible. She's in Rome. That's... Oh. Right, we're on a picture of that as well. So what, according to the common saying, is bliss? They do get harder than this, promise you. Question 17. In science, what C is the term given to a substance that speeds up a chemical reaction? So, in science, what C is the term given to a substance that speeds up a chemical reaction? The quiz lasts till about 9 o'clock, and you've got 10 o'clock to press submit on your form. Then we mark it for you. Good, this, isn't it? He says... We mark it for you and we produce like a league table of results, and of course send you the answers as well tonight. Question 18. Only me was a famous catchphrase used by which comedian? So, only me was a famous catchphrase used by which comedian? As you can see, my father has fixed my wall because we had some lights on the wall and it caused a problem. But he's done very well. Anyway, question 19. What M is the name given to the part of the Earth that lies beneath the crust and above the core layers? So what M is the name given to the part of the Earth that lies beneath the crust and above the core layers? You know what I've gone and done? David told me to get Diet Coke. I've got two open now. Forgot. Right, on to 20. What's the Spanish word for hello? And what we're going to say for this one, if you spell it right, you get a point. And if there is a spelling mistake on it, you can have half a point. So what's the Spanish word for hello? The lights did cause a problem. Number 21. If you miss any of these, they're on the screen at halftime, and we do have a quick run through, so you can't miss any. Ooh, now then, 21. According to the Highway Code, this is in England, obviously, coming into place from the 29th of January 2022, if you're in the driver's seat and opening the driver's side door, which hand should you use to open the door? Obviously, in a UK car, so according to the Highway Code that's coming in soon, if you're in the driver's seat and opening the driver's side door on an English car, which hand should you use to open the door? And it must have taken me five minutes at least to phrase that question. But don't complicate it. It took me long enough. Oh dear. Number 22. What G is the name of the hammer used by auctioneers? So first half of the quiz tonight, you know, we have the first half relatively easy, and then the second half is a bit harder. So what G is the name of the hammer used by auctioneers? But don't be tempted to cheat. Average mark last Tuesday, it was 83%, which is... It's too high. Well clever. And on Friday we had 80.5%, I think. Um, 23, which American president was involved in the Watergate scandal? And you have got a choice on your form of a few there. So which American president was involved in the Watergate scandal? Now, I will say, Mark, because it's 10 past 8. Look, I remembered. We've got a birthday, and it's Emma's 22nd birthday today. She plays with Captain Jack's Pirates. So happy birthday, Emily. Question 24. What's the biggest city in China that starts with the letter S? So what's the biggest city in China that starts with the letter S? Oh, Paul's put his pictures on. Go and have a look. There you go. Some happy birthdays for Emily there. On to 25. I only found this out the other month, and I was well impressed with it. But you probably knew. Some UK polymer banknotes have tactile markings on them to make them easily identifiable to visually impaired individuals. Braille, if you like, although it's not Braille. How many clusters, and I believe the clusters are 4 dots each, how many clusters of raised dots does a £10 note have? So is it 1 set of raised dots, 2 sets of raised dots, or 3 sets of raised dots? You can feel what note it is in your pocket, wouldn't it? So some UK polymer banknotes have tactile markings on them to make, stop it David, to make them easily identifiable to visually impaired individuals. How many clusters of raised dots does a £10 note have? Is it 1 set of raised dots, 2 sets of raised dots, or 3 sets of raised dots? Did anyone not know that? Because I was really stoked when I found that out. I was like, yes, this is ace. 26. What was the first actor born in Scotland to play the Doctor on the TV series Doctor Who? So who was the first Doctor? Who was the first actor born in Scotland to play the Doctor on the TV series Doctor Who? There's too many who's and doctors in that question. Now Marie's here, which means Martin might be here. You'll be very pleased to know, Martin, there is no connections round tonight. On to 27. Fidel Castro is a political figure associated with which of those countries? So you've got Cuba, Russia, Colombia, or Mexico. So Fidel Castro is a political figure. Oh, he's not here as well, Marie. Associated with which country? Is it Cuba, Russia, Colombia, or Mexico? Yeah, Leah, it's all about parties. We've got a little round on parties and a little round on food and drink later. Question 28. In science, what M is the prefix meaning to the factor of 1 million? So in science, what M is the prefix meaning to the factor of 1 million? And then 29, Burnsy question. The Scottish poet Robert Burns is often referred to as the Bard of where? And you have 3 to choose from there. I keep wanting to say Lancashire when it's Lanarkshire. But the Scottish poet Robert Burns is often referred to as the Bard of where? Ayrshire, Lanarkshire. I'd see it and I'd just see Lancashire, or Stirlingshire. And you got another Scottish question, kind of, because your anagram is a Scottish town. So jumbled up word, anagram, and it's a Scottish town, that one. I'll scribble it down, and then what we'll do is, whilst you're working that out, we'll go through the first set of questions for you, in case you missed any or joined us a bit late. So, question 13. According to the well-known saying, which animal is unable to change its spots? It's not a Dalmatian, Emily. Question 14. What's the alternative name for maize? Then 15. Finish the well-known quote. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your... God knows what we're going to get for that one. Question 16. According to the common saying, what is bliss? Then, Kathy was first to get the anagram. In science, what C is the term given to a substance that speeds up a chemical reaction? Then 18, only me, was a famous catchphrase, you sounded like an old woman then, used by which comedian? I used to love that show, did you? Question 19, what M is the name given to the part of the earth that lies beneath the crust and above the core layers? Question 20, what's the Spanish word for hello? And 21, according to the highway code, if you're in the driver's seat and opening the driver's side door in a UK car, which hand should you use to open the door? Ooh, that's the one. Young man! What G is the... Oh, no, that was... the one where he was sick all the time. Was that... That wasn't Harry Enfield, was it? It was David Williams, that, wasn't it? That was good as well. What G is the name of the hammer used by auctioneers? We digress, you know. 23, which American president was involved in the Watergate scandal? 24, what's the biggest city in China, starting with the letter S? And then 25, the braille, if you like, on banknotes. How many clusters of raised dots is a £10 note? That's it, Little Britain. That's it. 26. Who was the first actor born in Scotland to play the Doctor in the TV series Doctor Who? Leah's got the anagram as well. Then Fidel Castro is a political figure associated with which country? Cuba, Russia, Colombia, or Mexico? In science, what M is the prefix meaning to the factor of 1 million? And then 29, the Scottish poet Robert Burns, am I giving away answers again, is often referred to as the Bard of where? And then actually only two, maybe I have got it, but only 2 people have said they've got it on the anagram. You struggling with it? Oh. Right, so next bit is catchphrases. I think these are slightly easier than usual, but see what you think. They're also embedded inside your form, so you can re-watch these, and it's say what you see.
Yeah, I said noodle doodle sing sang.
He said noodle doodle sing sang.
Here's a song everybody knows. Yeah, we all know how it goes. 'Cause it's the song everybody knows. So come on and sing. Flim flam doodle bottle flip flop beep bop skirfle or ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock peekaboo hip a dip a doodle doo fizzle does a cling clang noodle doodle sing sang. Yeah, I said noodle doodle sing sang.
He said noodle doodle sing sang.
Here's a song everybody knows. Yeah, we all know how it goes. 'Cause it's the song everybody knows. So come on and sing. Come on and sing. Come on. Flim flam doodle bottle flip flop beep bop skirfle or ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock peekaboo hip a dip a doodle doo fizzle does a cling clang noodle doodle sing sang. Flim flam doodle bottle flip flop beep bop skirfle or ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock peekaboo hip a dip a doodle doo fizzle does a cling clang noodle doodle sing sang. Yeah, I said noodle doodle sing sang.
Yeah, he said noodle doodle sing sang.
Yeah, there's a song everybody knows.
There's a song everybody knows.
Yeah, we all know how it goes.
We all know how.
'Cause it's the song everybody knows.
Song
So come on and sing.
come on and sing.
Come on.
Sing, sing, sing-a-ding-a ring ding. Doodle, squiddle diddle hoo-ha.
Yeah, there's a song everybody knows. So come on and sing. Flim flam diddle bottle flip flop beep bop scruffle over ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock tickle doo hip it dip it doodle doo visit visit clang clang noodle doodle. Here's a song everybody knows. A scruffle over ding dang yeah, we all know how it goes. We all know how it goes. It's a song everybody knows. Scruffle over ding dang willy wally. Here's a song everybody knows. Visit visit clang clang. So come on and sing. Here's a song everybody knows. Yeah, we all know how it goes. 'Cause it's the song everybody knows. So
You think 33 was creepy? Did you? I thought they were a little bit easier. No? Yeah? Oh. So I thought 35 was creepy, Kathy. Music round. Now, as we've done recently, in the last 3 or 4 quizzes, we put a pixelated picture of the artist or artists on the screen, and you hear a very small clip of a song. Can you name the name of the artist first on your entry form, followed by the name of the song? And when we mark it later, it's half a point for the artist and it's half a point for the name of the song. Now, if you do want to replay the catchphrases that are on your form, if you want to replay the music round, you just have to wind it back, which you can do at any time on YouTube, or you have to wait on Facebook until the quiz is finished. So here we go.
Talk myself in, I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. Talk myself in, I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down.
just because we get around. Just because we get around.
Please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. I'm like a head trip to listen to, cause I'm only giving you things you joke about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference. Please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. I'm like a head trip to listen to, cause I'm only giving you things you joke about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference.
Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen.
And I hate that you think that I'm weak, 'cause I don't wanna let you know I'm gonna build. And I hate that you think that I'm weak, 'cause I don't wanna let you know I'm gonna build.
So right mixed bag there, isn't it? When I'm doing the music round, I always find loads of tunes. I'm like, obviously, I'm like, oh, I forgot about that one. Hey, Ed sent us a picture from the Colosseum. Look, let it focus. How jealous! Oh, you should see the Colosseum, Spaniard. Oh, I love it. That's somewhere I really want to go. Really want to go. Right, just to say a little thank you. We like to do this sometimes. These people have already made a small donation for playing. So thank you, Nikki, Kevin, Kath, Andrew, Alan and Katie, Heather, Heidi, Sarah, Samantha, Funky Zebras, and Nick. They've already made a small donation for playing. Thank you very much. What we do now is we have a short break. A 10-minute timer comes up here, and the questions I've read out come up here. And I'm well jealous of Ed. On this side of the screen, you've got 5 bonus questions, so answer them, they're worth points. And they've all got the word Vic, as in V-I-C, inside the answers, which helps you get the answers. After the break, we've got a couple of different rounds, some slightly harder questions, and of course, the wipeout round. I'll see you in 10 minutes' time. Hope you're having a good time. I know, we're lucky. So, parties, eh? Yeah, we've got a few theme questions on part. Has anyone, on a side note, has anyone seen the film Don't Look Up? I started to watch it last night, and it's the first film I've watched for ages which has switched it off. After 20 minutes, I was like, it's rubbish, this. Don't Look Up. It's on Netflix. Anyway, here we go with the first one. Yeah. So, a Downing Street Garden Drinks event took place on the 20th of May 2020, when legal restrictions were in place to limit the spread of coronavirus. According to the rules at the time, how many people in total could legally have met in public? So is it none? They weren't allowed at all. 2, 4, or 6? Oh, well, it's not just me then. I'm glad you've said that, and Paul. I give it 20 minutes and then I was like, So at the time, when all that happened, according to the rules, how many people in total could legally have met in public? Can you remember that far back? Was it none, 2, 4, or 6? Outside, David. But thanks for asking. Should have put that outside. Question 47. Which singer with a four-letter name had a hit with Get the Party Started in the noughties? Afterlife, is that the one where they all just rise from the dead? But it's not horror. Because I'm watching something like that now. And anyway, no. Which singers with a four-letter name had a hit with Get the Party Started in the noughties? What I didn't realise was there's so many songs called Get the Party Started. Oh yeah, right. I have seen that as well, and I get mixed up between them all. Question 48. In the novel Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what type of animal kept falling asleep at the Mad Tea Party? So in the novel Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what type of animal kept falling asleep at the Mad Tea Party? Question 49. In January 2005, which member of the royal family made the headlines when he was photographed wearing a Nazi uniform at a fancy dress party? So which member of the royal family in 2005 made the headlines when he was photographed wearing a Nazi uniform at a fancy dress party? And then question 50, what was the name of the awards given to the celebrity victims of hidden camera practical jokes on the TV show Noel's House Party? And once again, apologies if you're not from the UK. We do have quite a lot of questions based on that. So what was the name of the awards given to the celebrity victims of hidden camera practical jokes on the TV show Noel's House Party? And we've not done this for a bit. A few food and drinky questions sectioned off. So your first one, multiple choice. If you were drinking a traditional yard glass full of beer, approximately how much beer would you be drinking? Is it 1.5 pints, 2.5 pints, or 3.5 pints? David, you just like Mr. Bobby, don't you? Yeah, me too. So if you were drinking a traditional yard glass full of beer, approximately how much beer would you be drinking? Question 52. Which part of an egg is an ingredient of mayonnaise? Is it the yolk or the white? I knew it. Me too. Trying to remember the bit that I used to like. I did used to like that bit that was on the question. So which part of the egg are you supposed to put to make mayonnaise? Is it the yolk or the white? And then 53, what word for a small thin strip of fish or meat comes from a French word for a small freshwater fish? He's a bit creepy, Leah, isn't he? So what word for a small thin strip of fish or meat comes from a French word for a small freshwater fish? "54. Domino cake and church window cake have been used in history as alternative names for what type of sponge cake?" I've heard the first one, but I hadn't heard the second one. So domino cake and church window cake have been used in history as an alternative name for which type of sponge cake? David's lost it now. And then finally, 55. What is the one-word name of the French liqueur that was originally called, I've got to say it now, Curaçao Blanco Triple Sec when it was first introduced in 1875? So what's the one-word name of the French liqueur that was originally called Curaçao Blanco Triple Sec when it was first introduced in 1875? Yeah, I do like that cake, Paul. Emily's gone very quiet. Are you okay, Emily? Are you managing? So what we'll do is, to save you winding back later, which of course you can do, remember you've got till 10 o'clock to submit the form. We'll flip through these quickly. I won't say them, but we'll flip through them. So that if you missed one or you got them in the wrong order, you can correct yourself. And that's 47. Blobby, blobby, blobby. Blob, 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 blob. Hey, Kevin would like Blobby, wouldn't he? There's 49. And 50. Then a few food and drink themed ones. So, Yard of Ale. Paul, stop now. Very good. Very good. 54. And there's 55 for you. I thought Paul was going to get us in trouble then, but he's all right. He's done well. Right, 5 slightly trickier ones, and as we said, you know, it's all a bit of fun. Please don't Google. The only thing that's shared on the league table is your team name, so you can make up any name you want within reason. So 56. Ooh, what's the most common aspect ratio in terms of height to width ratio used in the flags of the world? And apparently 85 of the 195 sovereign states have got this. So is it 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or 3 to 5? So what's the most common aspect ratio on the flags of the world from those 3? Have a bit think about that one whilst we go into the next one. Some tough ones in there. Which club went the longest ever in, well, last season, 2020-21 Premiership football season without winning a game? And they didn't win till the 18th game. So they went 17 games without a win, basically. Which club went the longest ever in the 2021 Premiership football season without winning a game? $58, the dice game Yahtzee, we had a Yahtzee question last week, I think, was based on a game with a similar name that got its name because it was first played on a what? So the dice game Yahtzee got its name because it was first played on a what? Now, there's 2 left of these, and then it's the scary bit. So the number, I think it's number 2 at the moment, but it did get to number 1. So the number 1 hit single, Cold Heart, by Elton John and Dua Lipa, features reworked excerpts of a number of Elton John previous songs, which is the only one that's in that mix that got to number 1 in the past. So the number 1 hit single, Cold Heart by Elton John, Dua Lipa, features reworked excerpts of a number of Elton John's previous songs, including which of his number 1 hit singles? There's so many songs, isn't there, where you think, yeah, that'll have been number 1, but weren't. And finally, question 60. And just have a look. There's only 2 landlocked countries in South America. One's Bolivia. What is the other? But there's only 2 landlocked countries in South America. One's Bolivia. What's the other one? Are you ready?
Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no.
So, if you've not done this bit before, Emily or anyone else, this is how you do it. So basically it's 2 points per question, double the amount of points. In the whole quiz, there's 65 questions, but it's actually out of 70, and this is why. All these questions are 50-50s, but you do have a third option, which is not to gamble, because if you get one of these wrong, you get no points for the round, potentially losing 10 points. So it's up to you. It's a gambling game. Once again, please opt out with that third box if you don't want to gamble on a specific question. You can gamble on as many as you want. So 61, what name is given to the human voice box? Is it called the trachea or is it called the larynx? So 2 points, you get it right. Get it wrong, no points, lose them all. But you can miss them out. Question 62, is the object lens the front or back lens of a telescope? Kathy's going for it. So is the object lens the front or is it the back lens of a telescope? Question 63, which is smaller? Is it atoms or electrons? So from those two, which is smaller? Is it atoms or electrons? Been a couple of sciencey ones in tonight, I think. Okay, 2 to go. 64. In which century did Pierce Brosnan star in a James Bond film for the final time? Was it the 20th century? Or was it this century, 21st century? So what century did Pierce Brosnan star in a James Bond film for the first time? Was it the 20th century or the 21st century? By the way, those teams that made a donation tonight, you'll put in a draw on Friday to win Quizinators pen. And finally, question 65. How many countries have the letter X in their name? Was it 2 or 3? So how many countries have the letter X somewhere in their name? Is it 2 or is it 3? And that's it. So what happens now, I'll flip through those last 10 questions one more time in a sec. I don't know what I'm doing with the top. You've got till 10 o'clock to press submit on your form. We then shut the form. I mark all of them for you and produce a league table of results, and of course post the answers back to you as soon as marking is complete. Please don't forget to make a small donation for playing. And the next quiz is, I'm excited about it too, but it still needs writing. It's the Harry Potter quiz on Friday. So hope to see you then. Right, one more time. So 56, I won't say them, but I will flip through them for you. I think I would have got that one wrong. 56. $57. 58. 59. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, that's fab. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you. Yeah, see you next Tuesday. Question 60. Then it's wipeout. I think there's one tricky one in this, perhaps. So 61. 62. Have you seen Grogu, by the way? Look, and we're using this box on Thursday. Look, if you open this box with the key on Thursday at the pub quiz, you win a TV, a flat screen TV. Not Grogu. No. You got that? Lots of new cool games at the pub quizzes. 62, 63. Yes, Leo, I look forward to Friday. I bet you're very excited. Thanks, Kathy, or thank you. Yeah, David, I'll see you then. No, you don't win the Grogu. You win a flat screen telly, Ann. Yeah. And we've got another game. What's the other game is, I really like this one. It's 15 boxes. And in one of the boxes has got 400 quid. So pick a raffle ticket. One person comes up. We used to do it, deal or no deal. Pick a box. If you pick the right one, you get £400. If not, one box gets knocked off. Next week we do it again. Good games. And a big spinny wheel too. Thank you, Mary. Oh, thanks, Paul. I'll have a look at your pictures in a sec. Thanks, Mark. And, oh, Anne's got a right eye on the TV. Yeah, all you have to do is get the right key, Anne. Yeah, get the right key. Open the box, yeah. Pick the right key, put it in. Open the box. Telly? Yeah. Don't know if we're going to get telly in there. Yeah. Good, wasn't it? Thanks, Claire. Oh, yeah. Dressing up. Don't know, David. I don't know what... David, what can I dress up as? Oh, she's not doing... Did she do it wrong last week? Yeah, any suggestions of what I can dress up at? But please put it at the end of the form, because I haven't got a clue. Something I can do easily. Got a cloak or something somewhere. Oh, I've got a wand. Got Voldemort's wand, yeah. Anyway, thank you for playing, and I shall see you dressed up or not dressed up. I'm definitely going to be here on Friday, yeah? Yeah. See you later. Thank you.
Game